Welcome to my first video about my laser journey. My journey started in January 2025 and it started right where you see it on this table. I'm not really used to talk and film some video, so yet here we are. It's also a challenge for me. So yeah, this is the place where it all started, on this table. It's like outside part of our house. It's more like covered terrace, you see. And it had some advantages and disadvantages. Like airflow was good here because there are some uncovered parts in this area, so I didn't need to buy some ventilation and get rid of smokes or something like that. Because airflow was so good here, I didn't even see the smoke at all. But on the other side, as you can see, the space is not very big. I was limited to just this table, and also when colder months came, it was a bit freezing here, so I had to find a new place. To add something on me, so I am from Europe, a little bit mountainous area, so the temperature is not the same throughout the year. So working outside is not always possible, so I had to decide where to move next. So I will take you to that place now. It's not that far away, just a few steps from our terrace. Some of you might think it's okay, he moved to big workshop hundreds of meters after 9 months of working with laser, like typical American dream, but no, not really. This is the place. You see, it's just old storage for tools around the house and so on. So let's go inside. It's just not the cleanest place in the world, but it is enough for me for start. I have it still as a hobby, not like my side job or something like that. I might do it in future, but now I'm just learning, trying stuff and just playing with it. So as you can see, the table is not too big also, so space is limited too, but I have some other table just on the side where I prepare stuff and finish my products. Here I bring my laptop here, but now I don't have it with me because I'm not trying to use the laser today when I'm filming it. I will just prepare some materials for other days. So this is my laser. It's longer A5 10 watt. It just suits my needs, and I have a honeycomb here with it, also the air assist, which is needed when I'm cutting some shapes and so on. The laser itself is enough for things I'm doing, and the bigger lasers and stronger lasers are just making things faster. So this is for start my budget laser. I think it's really good. And yeah, the main reason I'm here is because I'm covered here. I don't care about weather and so on. And also I have my laser here non-stop. I don't have to pack it back to inside of house because it's bad temperature for it, or it might get some rust or so on. So it stays here all the time. I leave it here. I just cover it so the dust and some insects are not invading it. And yeah, I have more storage here. See, as you can see, these two. So here I have some just basic boxes where I put my products. Like here you can see fast view of my ornaments. I will show them later when I will finish them. And also some painted canvas for some pictures in future. Just prepared it, didn't use it just now. I have many things prepared but didn't use it that much. Also here some wooden slices, for example. Haven't tried them yet, but will in future. Small canvas, just playing with it. Here I have some broken ornaments, some cardstock, marble sheets, also some sublimation paper. On the other shelves I have just some belts, some wheels, and when I'm just cleaning the laser or just some parts are damaged and I need to change them. Here I have some box with my coasters. I can show you. These are my coasters, just basic. I learned on them. It's wooden coasters here, so you can see some fish, some fishing sticks, some tree, and just some animals. So this was for testing, and also I have slate coasters. Some of them are a bit, as you can see, smooth edges. Some have rough edges. So here, so you can see some of them. It's reflecting some light because it's coated with varnish, so it's looking different from different angles. And so on. These were the learning ones. I didn't really plan to sell them or something, just learned on it. You see, these are with rough edges, not so smooth. Some animals, just it's more for the decoration than use, because this material, it's slate, it won't soak the water, so it's just some decoration. I also have some other project here which I tried but didn't really finish it. It's like mountain in my area, and there are map of contour lines and highest peaks and so on. It's from 6 parts, and when you put it together it shows really nice view. So yeah, when you put it all together, it's look like this. You see some contour lines of the mountain, but didn't finish it in the end because I got stuck with other projects which were more interesting for me. Also, I have here a box with the tools I use most frequently. So just basic stuff I can carry around with me all the time. Just respirator for fumes and smokes, so I'm covered. Small sander, glasses, you need them to protect yourself at all times. And also some roller, where I'm using double-sided stick tape, so I roll it so it sticks better. Some spatulas and so on, brushes, and also inside part. Just recently bought tack cloth, so some stick sanders for detailed parts of my creations, and also sanding sponges. This is a must. I'm using it so often because I prepare my wood before every engraving and staining and so on. Some clamps and sanding paper in reserve, bigger clamps and so on. So these are the things I'm using the most, so they are the closest to me. Other than that, I have a small shelf here where I have my double-sided stick tape, painter stick tape, just some intervals for engraving, some brushes, and also here I have a shelf with some spray paints, stains, some alcohol, just brushes, the glue, and boxes with finished products. And as you can see, some of my products are hanging here. Also I made some here and here. It's because I found out that when I let them hang here for some time, just the smell of the burnt wood just disappears, and it no longer smells like burnt wood. So when I create them, I just hang them for some days and let them here, then pack it to some boxes and so on. Also I have some display rack here which I made when I would like to go to some fairs, events, craft shows and so on, so I can put my stuff here and show it to everyone. Now just some pieces I didn't finish yet, and have them prepared for other stuff. Also here some flowers which I need to paint and so on. So yeah, lots of unfinished stuff, and so I didn't finish it because I was planning to make some videos and just play with YouTube videos too. I have TikTok where I post most of my stuff, but I wanted a little bit challenge with YouTube, and so all the products you see here that are unfinished, I will be doing on videos and finishing them. So yeah, that's it. That's where I work now, when I grow my hobby later, maybe business, side job, who knows. So now I can just show you how I prepare my wood for engraving or for some cutting. So I will be working with 2 mm basswood, 40 by 30 centimeters. All I need for this, for start, is 2 sponges and 1 sanding paper. They're all different grade. I think this is like 200, this is 300, and this is like 600. So from the hardest to the finest, and then some tack cloth for removed parts. I will start off with the hardest one. I will put this on the side, you can see. I'm always going with the grain, so it's like this way. So this hardest grit will remove bigger parts from the wood. I just go 2 times this side, then I grab smoother grit and go again. Okay, it's finished, and one last more time with the finest grit. And now with the tack cloth I just remove the dust and some particles that might be sticking out. So after all that preparation, it's time for stain. I have a chestnut, dark chestnut stain. So I will just pour it here. Okay, this should be enough. And keep in mind that some of the fibers will rise after you stain it. This is alcohol based stain, so just put it gently. Doesn't matter how it's looking now, because I will be applying probably the second coat just for it to look darker. And it doesn't really matter if some part of the wood is looking darker than the other part, because the wood has a structure, so it won't be even, the color won't be even on every part of the wood. And I think I quite like it when it's not the same color on the whole board. So just also it's quite different color here on the light I have, because it looks more yellow, but it's a dark brown. So okay, so that's enough for it. I have to let it dry a bit, and also other side doesn't need to be prepared. You can see it's light color basswood, but other side will be taped, so it doesn't need to be stained or brushed, sanded and so on. So just I leave this piece on the side, let it dry for a bit. Now I'm I'm gonna just prepare two boards. So I just choose the best looking side when I choose which side I will stain. This doesn't have both sides really good looking. You see some marks. But yeah, let's do it on this side. So sanding process all over again. It's not that time consuming to prepare wood. So other sponge with bigger grit. And the last one with the finest grit. So every little particle sticking out are removed before staining. It also prevents the small brush or sponge to get damaged during staining when some parts are sticking out, so you don't tear the sponge. And now with the tack cloth, just remove the dust and some particles. The tack cloth itself, it's sticky, so it will catch all the dust and particles sticking out from the wood. And now again with the stain. So you see how it looks. It looks like black, but it's dark brown, really dark brown. It's dark chestnut by its name. So I will stain the wood again. In the meantime, the other wood might dry a bit. When the temperature is higher, it dries really fast, but now it's October, it's like 10 Celsius outside, so, and here inside it's more like the same. So the second board is finished. I will leave them here for some time, just resting, so they cure properly, and go to them in some time soon, maybe just in 10 minutes or so. So I will show you how I'm cure the wood and how to prepare it later on. I will sand it again, so just the fibers that are sticking now because they are wet. So I exchanged the wood, so the other one is drying. This one is still a little bit wet, but it doesn't really matter. So now I want to sand it a little bit with the finest grit, so just little particles are out, and put the second coat of stain. So with this handle I will just lightly sand it. Not really putting that much pressure on it, just really barely holding it on the wood. Yeah, the parts should be okay. And I'll put second coat. I like the darker wood, so I put second coat on it, so it looks darker. It's just personal preference. So now you can see I applied the second coat of it. I will let it dry again. Just do the same with the second plate of wood. But I will skip through this because you don't need to see the same thing twice. So after the boards are dry, I move outside and use some varnish on them, so it will make them resistant to water and some other mechanical stuff. So just slight coat. And I will let it dry again and do it for the second wood as well. So when the varnish dried, I just sand it a little bit on the top side, because some of the fibers were sticking out, so varnish revealed them, and I just want to remove them slightly. No pressure at all, just slight. And do with the other one too. You might not see it, but I see some small fibers sticking out. When I can prevent it, now it's really good. Because it's always easier to sand bigger part of wood than when I cut small parts and then need to sand it. Bigger risk of breaking it. And now just apply varnish again, maybe a little bit thicker coat than the first one. And now the second part as well. So the both parts are finished. You see how it looks. I can show you in the daylight because it's really different color than here on that light. You see on the daylight. I think it's really nice color. It might bend a bit because it's only 2 millimeters, but it doesn't really matter for me because my projects are quite small now, and it doesn't affect them that much, because when you cut small piece out of bent wood, it still looks flat and so on. So that's it for me, and hope you liked it. We can start discussion in the comments, or also follow me on TikTok. You can see my projects there already, but maybe some process of making them and some tips and tricks we can share each other. So thanks for watching.